Point first half for the Rockets, and James Harden, unstoppable.
You know, Ernie, last year when I said
The second Charles Barkley picked the Jazz to win in 6, the series was over for the Jazz. hate to interrupt as we welcome you to the American Express
Papa Smurf
halftime report.
Papa Smurf, that was funny. That's funny.
Perfect timing upstairs with the, what's this?
I wanted to pick one. I got one in mind. When I said last year that James Harden was the best offensive player that I'd ever seen for this type, the way the game is structured today, people thought I was crazy. He is. His ability, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are the best, and maybe even Kevin Durant. They're probably an Iceman and Bernard King. Those guys are the greatest scorers I've ever seen in my lifetime. But with his ability to shoot the three and guys not being able to touch him, he's the best offensive player I've seen, period.
That's the key word right there, Chuck. Guys can't touch it.
No, but like even those
Can't do
guys.
nothing with that step back.
No.
But you wouldn't be able to get that many dribbles off in a different era.
No, but Shaq, first of all, we'd be hammering his ass back in our day. But I'm saying his ability to shoot that three and you can't hand check him, he's the greatest offensive player I've ever seen for this generation.
He has 25. The Jazz starters have 31 in the first half, and 1 for 12 from 3 by the Utah starters. Let's look at the Utah three-point attack, 4 for 22 in the first half. And in the first game, they were 7 for 29.
And these are good shots, though. You know,
No, they're not good.
this is a wide
Shaq.
This is a great shot.
In the words of Charles Barkley, well, you fools keep shooting threes and you can't.
Well,
Donovan Mitchell
this
misses
is not
a
the
lead.
same. This is not the same as the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Corver's one of the greatest shooters of all time.
The problem is when they get down, everybody wants to play hero ball and try to shoot 10 threes. You don't have to shoot 10.
Dude, they were wide open.
Bro, a lot of people wide open, but if it ain't going in, if you miss twice, put your head down, go to the line. That's the rule. If you miss 2 shots, don't shoot another jumper.
Well, I
I'm
think
still playing right
it's
now
a
and you miss 2
combination.
shots and punch you in your stomach.
It's a combination of things, though. But you know,
Seriously, don't shoot. You're off.
No, there's a difference.
You're off. Go to
but
the
you have 2 guys. Let's say if Ingles misses 2.
You got to go to the hole.
Okay,
No,
but
he gotta
then
keep
Corver misses 2.
He gotta
then
keep
Mitchell was now you've missed 6. So you missed 6 good shots. So on now second half you start to go to or later on.
But
I
they're
get
not
what you're
home.
saying, but they didn't have the opportunity
But
to.
first
They're not
of
home,
all,
they're
you
not
don't
in
have
the
the
arena.
same rule for all the teams. Like we're talking about last night, Oklahoma City.
Is Joe Ingles a shooter or a scorer?
Yes, he's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
No, he's a guy he can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
Well, first off, you have to watch these
Kenny's a
games. You
shooter.
check the stats. He's a shooter.
No, he's not a shooter.
He is a shooter.
Kenny is a shooter.
Yes, he is. Pay attention.
No, listen.
But the Oklahoma
There's a
City.
difference between a guy that can shoot
No,
and a guy that's a shooter.
Joe-
Ernie can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
First of all, Ernie's not a shooter. For the record.
That's what I just said.
I recall whipping a
just
Hall
said.
of Famer in a three-point
Yeah, exactly.
contest a couple
He's
years
a shooter,
ago.
he's not a shooter.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles is
And
not a
Oklahoma
knockdown
City,
shooter.
as a matter
Joe
of fact.
Ingles-
Kyle Corver is a knockdown shooter.
Yeah, Joe
If he
Ingles
can
is a
shoot,
heck
he's
of
not
a shooter.
No, he's not.
But that's not the same as the Oklahoma City. That's a different conversation than last night.
Well, what do they have to do now? Okay, so here we are. You're down 20. This is what you have to get that lead to 10. You have to have the small victory.
You can't
getting
do that
it to
by
10.
just shooting threes.
And what I would also recommend is the ball should be a little bit more isolated in Donovan Mitchell's hands because he can get to the rim and create some opportunities that are
You can't
easy.
settle when you're off.
But
That's
you
my
got-
point.
But the main thing you got to do, you got to come out and just play as hard as you can. See, can you get it down? But if you can't, you got to develop some confidence for Game 3.
Rockets with 13 three-pointers in the first half. That is a franchise playoff
Right here.
record.
See, Ernie can shoot, but he's not a shooter.
Oh,
No,
damn.
that's
Hold
it.
it. When was this?
Yeah, hold on.
It-
He can
Come
shoot.
on. Don't you guys have
bang.
the?
Oh, Ernie, you
Don't
way
you
off.
guys
Make
have
him
the
look bad. He can
me
shoot.
beating
Oh,
the
yeah.
chuckster?
that
Come
was
on,
in-
that's really
yes.
nice.
I'm
for
in there.
you.
I'm in there.
I beat the chuckster under
Ernie
the
can
bright
shoot.
lights.
This one's good, Ernie.
That one's.
Pop up.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
So Ernie a shooter
30%.
now,
Nobody
too.
goes around talking about they 30%
I was 1 for 3. Nice glasses.
Joe Ingles is.
Welcome back to the American Express halftime report. The Bucks have taken a 2-0 lead over Detroit.
Oh, this bully ball right here.
This is a limo series right here.
He
Why
had
is it
20,
limo?
26 and 12 for the
Bucks
Greek
don't-
Freak. 120-99.
The bus gonna send limos for the Pistons. Make sure they get to the game. Don't get stuck in traffic. Don't want no car.
Final score. Saturday in Detroit, game 3.
Middleton gave me a nice
Well, Bledsoe,
that series.
Bledsoe keep playing like that. They're gonna be tough to beat.
Indiana and Boston Pacers were up 12 in the fourth quarter, then went nearly 8 minutes without a bucket while Boston came back. Then Bogdanovich canned the 3, so they're up by 2.
the block.
Great block by Horford, and on the other end,
What a hell of a pass by Jaylen Brown.
to Jason Tatum, who gives the Celtics the lead, and they would finish on a 10-0 run as Indiana kind of
Experience.
Neither one of them saw the ball.
Self-destructed.
Defense didn't even see the ball on that either.
And I don't know what happened here.
I know what happened. Somebody got dunked on.
You used that line already, but it was entertaining when you did that before, too.
Somebody was in the bathroom and didn't hear it.
99-91. So the Boston Celtics take a 2-0 lead over the Indiana Pacers, and that series resumes on Friday at the Field House.
Jeez.
See, you know what? You know what?
It's good.
Banking it?
You know what?
Are you banking it?
You know what?
Why are you banking him? From that angle.
Mike and Phil upstairs.
Magic Johnson.
Mike and Phil upstairs. The Oklahoma City shootout.
Oh, we got to go to a special game,
Ernie and
Ernie.
Chuckster.
Oh, man, come on. He
It's
ain't
not that hard
he ain't
to
a
find.
shooter.
Not that hard
You ain't
to
a shooter,
find.
then. We got to go to that.
10-7
I remember, Ernie, I was there.
in this game. You never know. 84-74 in game 1. 52-50 at the half here in game 2, and Kyrie Irving has been sensational. 18 points, 8 out of 13 from the floor, and the Celtics trying to take a 2-zip lead. Lead it by a deuce. American Express halftime report, Ernie Johnson. Shaq making notes.
Is it Bojan?
Kenny looking
or
suave.
Bogan. Bojan or Bogan?
Boyan.
Boyan. Got it. Boy dash Yan. Y-A-W-A. Got it.
This is going to be a good show.
Oh, y'all D.
I got it ready ebonically.
Do it like this, Shaq.
Again,
Shaq.
just-
Boy. Young.
Got it, Boyan. That's good. Thank you.
Thank
Chuck.
you. That's how
I
you do
appreciate
It's
it.
actually phonetically, not ibonically, but either way, both should be talking about it.
Bog, Don, D-O-N, Vitch.
This is supposed to be pre.
I'm just writing my
I
notes
thought you were
down.
supposed to do this before you got out
I
here.
did, but I didn't. I knew his name was.
Boyan.
No, I knew it was Boyan, but this says Bojan. I don't care what nobody says.
Come on, man.
B-O.
Come on, man.
How you
Ernie,
spell-
man, please stop the bleeding.
How you spell Trojan?
Guys-
T-R-O-J-A-N.
Oh, my God.
So this is Bojan. B-O-J-A-N.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just
Guys,
saying.
it's not like the guy's never been in the league, man. Come on.
Wait, how do you spell what?
Come on, man.
Trojan is T-R-O-J-A-N and B-O-J. That's how you spell his name. So I'm like, Bojan.
That's
Bojan. Bojan.
okay. So when you play for the Lakers,
Are we going to get to any
hey,
good
Shaq,
analysis here?
when you play for the Lakers, you go to Rodeo Drive.
Hey, no, wait. There is a rodeo and there is a rodeo. There is. You go south of La Brea, you on rodeo. You know, I'm out in L.A. You go south, you definitely in rodeo.
Kyrie has 18 in the first half, but are we going to do his? Let's go ahead and get his pictures of Bojan Bogdanovich done so we can move on.
So I asked the panel, is there anybody that can have a big score tonight? You guys said no. I think
No, we
it's-
said Bogdanovich has had 3 30-point games this year.
Well, that's not a lot, Ernie. 3 30-point games.
I know,
in
but
80 games, that's not a lot. I know. That's okay.
Is there anybody who can?
Hey,
And
great
I said,
point,
he
Shaq.
You're right.
You're right. Ernie's wrong, Shaq.
And you're right, Ernie. I'm with him. So he's had 12 points in the game last time. He got 12 points and a half. He's the guy. Bogdanovich. He's a Vitch, so we know he can shoot, but right now he's getting easy bucks. He has 12 points. I think he's going to still need about 18
But
points.
Well,
24
18
points ain't going to do it. He needs to be in the 30. You know,
His
he
name
needs
is
to make it his
Bojan.
fourth time.
Because it's
Hey, that's what Bojan Bogdanovich.
it's spelled like Trojan, so
It is.
it's not Bojan.
But he's the guy, but 24 points ain't going to do it. He's
Oh, whatever. Let's move on to you, Kenny. Tell me about the.
I got
I'm
it.
going
Pacers
straight to
are
the
doing
board. I ain't going to waste too
offensively.
much time. I'm going straight to the board. So you talk about if you're Indiana, you have to play small so you can get Bojan or Boyan. You can get them baskets or you can get anyone baskets. So they're going to open the floor up. And this is the new NBA. Let's go small. We got Matthews, you got Joseph, and you got Collison out here. Freeze it here. There's no one No one, absolutely no one, is going to be allowed in this green area, in the painted area, which is Shaq or Charles would hate this kind of offense. So again, you go, everyone's on the outside, Miles Turner's up there, no one. So now, we might not make the shot, but we're going to get the shot that we want, which is the three. Again, now, also the new NBA. So if you're not in the paint, we're the closest you can be, freeze it here. This is the new line. You see this hash mark here? This is the only way this is the dive area. You're going to stay in the dive area. You're not allowed to get into the paint. If you're Miles Turner, you cannot be there. You have to just be in the dive area. You can't come and post up because you were wide open against Al Horford. We're going to stay open because we might not get the shot. We not make the shot, but we'll get the shot we want, and sometime they'll go in when you play small. Nobody's in the paint.
20 minutes to Wapner.
It was another example that Indiana's playing as hard as they can. They're giving great energy, great effort. The Celtics are just kind of looking at this as a scrimmage. Like, this team can't beat us. I mean, Indiana should be up at the half because they outworked this team. They're just not good enough without Victor Oladipo. But I expect the Celtics to make their run like they always do. But, man, this ain't going to work out good for them in the next round, trying to turn it on and off. You can't do that against the elite teams.
Remember in Game 1, third quarter went 26-8 Boston's way over Indiana. See what the third quarter has in store for us here in a 2-point game, 52-50, with Kyrie scoring 18. Do you remember how to say this?
Mazij Lampi.
Oh, Macy
Mazij Lampi.
Yeah.
Macy J.
Kind of remember that.
Macy J? Did you say Macy J?
M-A-C-I-E is Macy. I don't care what nobody. Macy Gray, the singer.
Members, listen up. Whenever a player records a triple-double in a playoff game, you can get 32% off at NBAstore.com the following day. Go to NBAstore.com/Amex32 for terms and details. Twitter machine up and running. I checked this out in the first half. Am I the only one who thinks every time I see Bogdanovich, I think to myself, is that Austin Crozier?
Yeah, you know what? I said that earlier.
And I said, no, you're not the only one. And here's proof.
Wait, Ernie, you
Respond to the
Yeah.
fans.
Oh, yeah.
You tweeting?
Sure.
Oh, man.
And check this out.
Wait.
Do we have the photographic evidence? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There you go.
Yep,
That
they
is-
do. Yep.
Crozier was a heck of a player. Ernie, did you open up your computer up on TV again?
This is the box score for the game.
Okay. No, Chuck can't open his computer up.
So what's in there?
Oh, I'd be like, delete, 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 delete. I couldn't get my hand out.
You can't get the history.
I can't. Clear history. Clear history.
Clear cookies.
Clear.
Bojan Bogdanovich and the Pacers in search of offense. They scored just 74 points in a Game 1 loss in Boston. Kyrie and the Celtics turned it on in the second half of that opener. They take aim at a 2-zip lead. It's another doubleheader in the playoffs on TNT. We get you started with the Pacers and the Celtics, and take you to Houston for the Rockets and the Jazz.
Good game there.
Yeah, we welcome you back to the playoffs. It's TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by Auto Trader. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Charles, and the Rain Man.
I know things that you don't know, Ernie.
Just remind me of that. You just
The Rain Man suit. Yeah.
the Rain Man suit. There it is.
That's not the suit.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. Is.
That's
That's
on
it
my
is.
head.
That is right.
Yes, it is.
I tell you. Let's go to Vegas, guys. Let's go to Vegas.
Let's go.
Let's go. He's like, let's go.
You can never turn down Vegas, brother.
No question.
Gotta- Vegas, Shaq.
Except when you're gambling.
You don't have a 50-50 chance.
That's very, very close.
That's the same suit, Kenneth.
They just told it.
Oh, that's
Actually, Shaq, it's really the Pistons on NBA TV.
You're right.
Pistons and Bucks.
What's wrong with NBA TV?
That's an hour.
That's
Nothing.
where we put the games we don't care about.
That's really, I
That's
didn't
an
know
hour
that.
from now.
That's part of the memo.
Hey, name me how many times LeBron's played on NBA TV.
Oh, he played on a lot.
He's never been on NBA TV.
Players only.
No,
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
That's not the same.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Not during the playoffs.
That's not the same.
Yeah, not during the
LeBron's
playoffs.
not playing on NBA TV right now either.
Hey, the Celtics.
I tell you what.
That's what we should put him on NBA TV if he comes. And LeBron, the word is if you come,
You
Charles
come,
is trying
LeBron.
to put you
I
on
need
NBA
I need a
TV.
favor, LeBron. I want to interview you on TNT and NBA TV. How about that?
You're gonna be doing game time tonight and waiting for the last guy to come out of the shower for that post-game interview. You know how they.
He doesn't know anything about. He doesn't
He don't know nothing
Okay,
about that.
well, it'll be you and Freddie waiting on that guy to come do that last interview. You remember Freddie?
Hey,
remember Freddie from
Inside
DC?
joke, America.
You remember Freddie from DC?
I remember Freddie from DC.
Can you show that graphic again real quick?
He related to Anthony.
Can you show that graphic again? Because we do want to point out the fact that the Celtics made history the other day.
How they make
How to make history?
They are the first team to win a playoff game when scoring 84 points or less, shooting 37% or less, and turning the ball over 20
The
times.
game wasn't in doubt.
They did all those things
Yes.
and still won the game.
I think they're trying to give the Pacers a chance.
Pacers actually played a good first half of that.
Yeah, but you know they have a second half.
I know, and then they
Somebody
scored.
just added
They
with the
scored
new-
8 points in the third quarter of that
Come
game.
on, Ernie, let's
They
quit
need-
jumping around. Let's get to that second game, that Rockets.
You don't want to talk at all about this Boston-Indiana game. Shaq,
Ernie-
you want to
Yeah, I
weigh
do.
in on Boston-Indiana, please?
Twice this week, you've seen teams that have been down, and one guy has stepped up. Lou Williams for the Clippers stepped up, the one big guy. And last night, Jamal Murray. Do the Pacers, question to the panel, do they have one guy that can go off, get
No,
30,
he's hurt.
get 35?
He's hurt.
I know it's Victor, but do they have one other guy? That can
Not really. I mean,
get
Bogdanovich
35?
is their leading scorer, but
Shaq,
he's not a guy who's going to go out and.
Listen,
If they don't have that one guy, then they don't have a
the
chance.
Pacers had a chance last game, blowing that 15, 17-point lead, whatever they had. The Celtics are awakened now. They just beat them down in the second half, and I think they're going to come out tonight and send this team a message.
I was thinking about that today. Like, if
No,
Lou
they don't
Williams
have a
don't
play.
go off, if Lou
They
Williams
don't have a
don't
play.
go off.
Bogdanovich,
Lou Williams can go on.
Bogdanovich
Yes,
had,
that's what I'm
had 3 30-point games. His high this season was 37 against Minnesota.
They don't have anybody that can do it.
No, the Pacers are going to get beat down tonight. I hate to say it, but Reggie Miller's not walking through that door. They're going to get beat down tonight.
If Reggie Miller in 2019 come walk through that door, they're gonna get beat down.
That's a good point, Kenny.
That's the ride and bike Reggie Miller.
You know what I am looking forward to?
rider.
Again, when you look at the Utah-Houston game, is to see what Quinn Snyder does defensively tonight, because you guys talked it out the other
If he
night
does
about.
that, there's no way. There's a difference we said about shading and giving.
Shading.
Giving someone the whole left side of the whole side of the floor, right side of the floor, and he's the MVP, and he understands how to play the game, and he's the most lethal scorer possibly in the NBA. You cannot do that. You have to play him straight up, or you're going to have to double. If you say, I would say straight up, lock down the corner threes, lock down the wing threes, and let's play basketball and see.
That's exactly what you asked me the other night. That's how I would play James Harden. Mano a mano. I put 3 or 4 guys on him. I make him make those step-back threes because I think they get stagnant. This thing right here, I don't know what the hell that is.
I know that it's called a gimmick defense.
This is like, I mean, you ain't taking,
don't work,
Ernie,
Ernie.
You might as well play boxing one.
well, you might as well start doing 1, 2, 3 Cancun. I mean, this don't, I'm not even sure what the strategy was. Are you
You're saying let a guy go in a half court and let him play
full speed? That's your
full
big
speed
guy.
go full
and he
speed.
got, and the big guy's scared because every time he comes up, Capella gets a dunk.
If we got a split, you guys are actually wrong. Reggie Miller is walking through that door because he's calling this game with Kevin Harlan. And the hanky is a nice touch. Is that houndstooth?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That hanky, I'm not feeling that.
That stitch out the
I'm
way.
not feeling that hanky.
Saw that earlier.
Scissors.